Hello and welcome to Research Gyan. This is the second part of the online series of market basket analysis. I suggest you to kindly watch part 1 of this series before watching this video. Market basket analysis helps to track and discover the combinations of those products that are frequently purchased by customers as per the recorded transactions. In this session, I will discuss what to calculate during the calculation of market basket analysis. Through this discussion, the focus of the session would be to introduce you with very important three terms. These are support, confidence, and lift. The conceptual clarity of these terms is essentially required to give interpretation to the result of market basket analysis. I insist you to get comfortable with the meaning of these three terms so that when we start the calculation part of market basket analysis, it would be helpful for us that we can be able to simultaneously write the interpretation of what we have calculated. In addition to these three terms, there is one more term and it is item set. In next few minutes of discussion, I will be sharing the meaning of all four terms. The first term that I will discuss is item set. The transaction based on combinations of items or products that were purchased together by shoppers is called item set or product set. It is the set of products which is formed because of frequent co-occurrence in the transactional history. So for example, milk and bread, paper and pen, printer and scanner, car and car cover, sandwich and sauce or ketchup. So all these are the item set because when transactional history was analyzed, it was found that most of the time these are purchased almost together by most of the customers. Now we will see how to write the item set. While writing the item set, we will frame this structure. If milk, then bread. It means whatever be the product you are considering in your market basket, you will break that into parts. One that is on the left hand side, that is called antecedent. Other one which is on the right hand side, that is called consequent. So in this case, milk is antecedent and bread is consequent. Now the second term that I will define and discuss is support. The probability that antecedent will occur is support. It means probability of buying milk is the support of item set. The proportion of the transaction of each of the item of that item set out of the total transaction is support. Let me give you an example. Let us consider there are 100 transactions. Out of these, 70 people buy milk. Then support of milk will be 70 divided by 100, that is 0.7. Now remember this. It is the proportion of transaction of each item of the data item set out of the total transaction, right? So this is very important to learn. Support tells us how popular an item is in the shopping list of customer. Why? Because the item containing higher value of support reflect that it is frequently occurring in the transactions made by a particular customer, and it is therefore the support value of that particular item is higher. So learn this by heart that higher the calculated value of support, the more frequent will be the item in item set, and it is more likely that the item with higher support would be preferred more in near future transactions. So recall something from the first part of market basket analysis. I quoted that market basket analysis also helps in making some sort of forecast. So if we look at what we are doing here is we are calculating the support value, and at the same time we are expecting that in the next purchase the sale of this item is going to be there. Why? Because the item is with higher support. So this is one example of how market basket analysis helps in making some sort of forecasting. Now the next term is confidence. The probability that consequent will occur due to support is called confidence. In other words, the proportion that a transaction that contains the item on the antecedent side, that is on the left hand side, will also contain the items on the consequent side, that is on the right hand side, is called confidence. The higher the value of confidence, it is more likely that the item on the consequent side will be purchased. So this is important interpretation of the confidence value. I repeat it, higher the value of confidence, it is more likely that the item on consequent side will be purchased. Now the next term is lift. Lift is the probability of purchase of all items of item set. It is calculated by dividing support of all items together by the product of support of each item individually. It measures how likely item 1 is purchased when item 2 is also purchased. For example, in this case, lift would measure how likely the item bread is purchased when item milk is purchased, while controlling for the popularity of bread. It means that lift basically try to calculate what is the possibility that both of the items sold together. Now to interpret the value of lift, calculated value of lift, we have identified three situations. First situation is where lift is equal to 1. If the value of lift becomes 1, we will say there is no association between the items of item set. It means that the market basket has to reject it. Second could be the situation where the value of lift is greater than 1. In that case, right hand side will likely to be purchased. Right hand side is consequent, will likely to be purchased if left hand side purchased is already done. It means that the market basket which we created will work out. Third condition is, in fact the third situation is where the value of lift is less than 1. In that situation, it is unlikely that the consequent will be purchased if the antecedent item is purchased, which means that there is a weak association between the item sets. Hence, the market basket selectively has to decide whether to take it forward or not. Now let us see the formula of all these terms. Let us consider this item set. If A, then B. In this case, support of A will be equals to numbers of transactions containing A divided by total number of transactions. Similarly, support of B is equal to number of transactions containing B divided by total number of transactions. And support of A and B together will be equals to number of transactions that contain A or B together divided by total number of transactions. So see here, the important thing to observe over here is that in the calculation of support, the total number of transactions will be in the denominator, right? So in this way, support is basically a kind of calculation of proportion. Now look at the formula for confidence. The formula of confidence calculation also appears to be very similar to support, but beware, here is a catch. The catch is, in case of confidence, the denominator value contain the number of transactions of antecedent only. Consider a situation A initiating the purchase of B, which means that whosoever purchased B has already purchased A, and it is therefore the confidence of A to B will be calculated by dividing number of transactions containing both item A and B by the number of transactions containing A. That is the formula of confidence. Now look at the formula of lift. The formula of lift, as I said earlier, is very simple. You can calculate lift of A to B by using this formula. In this formula, the numerator value contains support of A and B both item, and denominator contains the multiple or the product of support of A and support of B. So this is how we calculate the value of lift. So with this discussion, we have covered what we have planned in the beginning. I hope this discussion perhaps be useful and would have added value to the time you spend in watching this session. If you find discussion a fruitful discussion, please like the video and subscribe the channel and support me to take reach of my channel to more learners. You are welcome to share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you so much.